What is going on, School of Reptiles, man? It is your boy Malik, man. And today, as y'all already seen by the title, I'm coming to y'all with owning and living with some of the world's most dangerous reptiles. Right here in my hand, we have a normal ball python. Usually, and you know, these snakes, you know what I'm saying, they're not dangerous, you know what I'm saying? We really prefer some of these snakes to more beginner owners. As y'all already know, all this stuff, all y'all that y'all see falling, it's all from her bedding. We got her in a real moist and hot enclosure. As y'all can see, she's nice and moist. She literally just came out of her enclosure, you know what I mean? Helps with their shed and stuff like that. Keeps their scales and stuff nice and soft and, you know what I'm saying, and moist. And she do got a dry side if she ever wanted to go on her dry side, but she loves her moist and hot side. Look at her. Look at me in my face. What's up, girl? Trying to see what's going on. But yeah, these guys they're excellent pets, bro. I mean, most people think we crazy for owning all these reptiles and different stuff, but honestly, bro, it don't get no better than this. You know what I'm saying? When you come to School of Reptiles, it don't get no better than this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is a normal ball python. As y'all know, look how big that head is. Look at that. Look at that big head. That's ridiculous. Can you imagine waking up and this in your bed with this big head? Talk about it. But yeah, man, this is just a normal ball python. This is not really a facts video. I'm not really gonna tell y'all, oh, you know what I'm saying, giving y'all facts, because I really don't know all the facts. I'll let somebody else do that in another video, or somebody else, y'all watch somebody else's channel who want to give y'all facts about the animals, but I'm not giving facts about these animals, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, these guys are like a moderate size reptile, maybe 4 or 5 feet. Females are known to get 6 feet. I know, like other animals, you got some animals where the males get larger, and you got some species of reptiles where the females get larger. I mean, or, you know, yeah. So this is just the normal ball python. We have this animal for about, I'd say we had this animal for about a year now. So let's move on to our next reptile. All right, y'all. So this is actually one of my most favorite snakes. This is well, some people were saying it's a pinstripe. Then some people were saying it's a lesser. I'm not really sure which one it is, but whichever one y'all think it is, let her float your boat. You can see she's a little skittish. Yeah, she gets over that when she comes back. Again, the cypress smokes or whatever it's called, like the bark shit that we use for certain animals. Some animals we have a paper down, and then some reptiles we use actual substrate. And with the ball pythons, stop being so fidgety. With the pythons we use, actual, I don't know if it's reptile we use, or I forgot. It's some kind of stuff we use, but we use it because it holds humidity like super good. If you could tell, one of the cleanest snakes you can see. I mean, she's just perfect. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is another ball python, another animal that you can own, no problem. You know what I'm saying? School of Reptiles. We got a lot of balls. Kids love these ones. This is by far one of my favorites. Like I said, we are very experienced in the reptile world, owning and, you know, taming people's very defensive reptiles. And that's just something we do, you know what I'm saying? It ain't really nothing to it, but to do it, ain't that right? Say ain't nothing to it but to do it. And now, living with me in my crib. Oh yeah, y'all heard that? Yep. Hear that? Yeah, that's what we love to hear. So this is one of our boa constrictors. As y'all can see, she's just a little feisty because we pulled her out of her home. She doesn't like being pulled out of her home. if you was to get in front of her right now, she'd probably knock your teeth out. But yeah, this is another one of our big girls. As y'all can see, the little mulch from her enclosure. She's calming down. Let me get her. Let's see. Don't try this at home. You will get bit. You want to have a lot of experience when you're dealing with these reptiles, because one wrong move, they will tear you up. And I mean, they will tear you up. But as y'all can see, she could easily strike at me, you know, hit me. She got over 140 teeth. This is the boa constrictor, so you really want to be careful. She's just about 2 years old, growing rapidly. As y'all can see, all of this is just their bedding, just their bedding. So I want people to come in, oh, they got mites. No mites. All this is bedding. This is how moist their enclosures are. What are you doing? Get from out of there. But look, you see how they tame down now? This is why I say living with some of the most aggressive and defensive and dangerous reptiles. These snakes are, 1 minute they're mean, the next minute they're happy. 1 minute they're happy, the next minute they're mean. As y'all can see, she was just trying to take my head off, and I wanted to show y'all that. When I went to get her, she was trying to fuck me up. She was. But now look at her, chilling, doing her own thing. And as you can look at that underbelly, bro, that shit's crazy. It's crazy. Now this is her actual skin. None of this is the substrate. This is her actual skin. What are you doing? You see this, y'all? This is what you gotta deal with snakes. They try to get on everything. But yeah, this is her actual skin. And then up here, look at that. Look at that. Look at that pattern. You might get it mixed up because it's weird, because you might get her substrate mixed up with her pattern. Some of it is her pattern, some of it is the substrate. It's the stuff that's coming off is the substrate. See that? No mites, not mites. Substrate. I know people gonna be in the comments, oh, that's mite. No, motherfucker. It's substrate. Okay? We do mite test them, and you know, we got a personal vet that we always take our reptiles to, because you want to make sure your reptiles are, you know, A1. Reptiles spread disease like crazy, so you want to make sure you're on top of all of that. But yeah, this is don't be hissing at me. She's staring at me right now, but this is our big girl. Look at that head. Look at that. Look at the pattern on her. And if you do know, if you have any idea of her, morph, let me know. Skrilla Reptiles on Instagram, let us know. But yeah, this is one of our other big girls. She's about, I'd say she's about maybe 3-4 feet. When we got her, she was the baby. This is one we raised on our own. And yeah, she's been doing great ever since. As you guys can see, again, body, weight, beautiful. You don't want to oversize boa, because these boas you can make them oversized and they'll be overweight, and then they won't live long and they'll die. So yeah, this is not a beginner snake. You need to be advanced when you're working with a snake like this. These snakes are very unpredictable. These are boas. These snakes can take you out the game. These snakes can fuck you up, put you in a hospital. So you want to be careful. Like shit like this, don't fake it. But you also have to know your snakes. You know what I'm saying? Every snake has a different personality. Just like this big girl. When I went to pick her up, she's hissing at me, trying to strike at me, trying to fuck me up. Holding her a little bit, using the proper tools that we need to hold her with, calm down, and not look at her. Chill, like nothing happened. She knows I'm not a threat, you know what I'm saying? But it's like somebody coming to your house bigger than you, snatch you out the bed. You like, who the fuck is this? And then eventually you like, oh, it's mom. You know what I'm saying? She's just picking me up, you know? So that's the same thing with snakes. You know, they just want to know, or they're just trying to figure out what you're doing. Why are you here? Why are you taking me out of my house? Leave me alone. Snakes don't want to be messed with. They want to be left alone. So, yeah, this is our big girl. She freaks out when you hold her weird. She wants to know that she's been handled properly. But look at that underbelly. Smells like nothing. That's how you know you got a nice, healthy, beautiful snake. Not overweight, perfect. And boas, you always know, when you have a boa and they're very round, you know that boa is A, overweight, B, overweight, and C, overweight. Boas always have like a rectangular body shape for squeezing, and you know, it's in their name. They constrict. They're constricted, you know what I'm saying? So when you take away their body and stuff like that, it just makes it harder for them. And like I said, their lifespan will not be that long. These guys live for a pretty long time. And the boa family is the largest species of snake out there. So, you know, it's with the anaconda and stuff like that. So, yeah. If you want these guys to live long and get pretty fucking huge, take care of them. On to the next. All right, y'all. On to our next snake. Look at this girl. Look at her. As you can tell, we own a lot of females simply because we love our females, and when it's time to breed, we want them to get perfect size so they can give us some babies. This is one of our other big girls. This is also a boa constrictor. Pretty sure this is a boa constrictor internata. It's a BCI, not a boa constrictor constrictor. Yeah, this girl is about 6 foot long. She's about my height. Stressed out. Look at her. Look at this. Look at that tail. Freaking crazy. Look at that. I mean, that's crazy. The pearlescence on her, bro, is freaking ridiculous. That underbody, Oreos. Oreos are underbody. This is a very advanced snake. If you do not know what you're doing, if you are not an experienced owner with snakes and shit, do not own this snake. This snake is very unpredictable. You have to know your snake, like I always say. You have to know your snake. Know the snake you're holding, know the snake's personality. Now, a lot of people can be like, damn, what if I just got the snake and I don't know its behavior? Well, you're just gonna have to go off knowledge and what you know about that species of snake, and for the time being, you know, do the best you can holding it and paying attention to the tongue flickering and paying attention to body movements and tensing and things like that. Always pay attention to that stuff, because one wrong move and this snake could fuck you up. And we're not talking about body shots. They like to go for the face, okay? When the snake has a clean shot, best believe that snake gonna take it. But this is one of our big girls. She's about 3 years old. She's gonna get a lot bigger than this. And yeah, she eats like a champ. She's a champ, bro. I mean, I'll literally watch TV with her in my bed. She'd just be chilling around, just chilling, doing absolutely nothing. Absolutely chilling. I love her. Absolutely freaking love her. This girl is beautiful. As you can see, look at that. Again, I cannot stress this enough, y'all. Her enclosure, pretty big. Right now, we're building her a new enclosure, just like all the other ones. Everybody's getting new enclosures because we're moving, and our snakes are going to a whole new area. So everybody's gonna have these huge enclosures. Just wait. Let's go to Reptiles. Y'all gonna see it all, but this big girl is. You'll see her enclosure eventually, but right now she has her hot side, her really humid side, and that's why she is so clean. Just look, just look at it. Ooh, come on, big girl. This is my baby, y'all. This is really my baby. I love this girl. Look at that tail. It's crazy. She's just so smooth, it doesn't make any sense. She's just doing her own thing. But yeah, I've had this big girl for about maybe a few months. I got her from a guy he has a lot of Reptiles, and he didn't want her anymore, so he gave her to me. She's been chill. I mean, she striked at me a few times when I first got her, but ever since then, like working with her, picking her up every day, she's a freaking beauty. Like I said, a very dangerous snake to own. But once you tame them down, they're puppies. You know what I mean? They won't do anything. They're just puppies. You might hear a hiss every now and again, but they're not hissing like I'm about to bite you. It's just hissing like, hey man, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Calm down. You know what I mean? That's their way. That's how they talk to us. Calm the fuck down. You stressing me out. You know what I'm saying? I don't like being held like this. I don't like being touched like this. You know what I'm saying? Smacking on the butt. She nice. You know what I'm saying? Calm down now. You know what I mean? But yeah. Moving on to some of our bigger and better reptiles. All right, y'all. On to the next. One of my favorite snakes I own, the reticulated python. Now, again, he's got some little, what's the name on him? Some little bedding. As y'all can see on his head. Let me get it off. Let me get that bedding off your head, bro. This is Bo. I've had him. He's one of my snakes I've had for the longest. As y'all can see, bedded, not nice, bedded. He's very wet. He was just in his water bowl. But this is a reticulated python. People know who reticulated python. This is a tiger Mali. Bo will get fucking huge. He will get huge. He's about 2-3 years old. I had him since he was smaller than this, like very small. And yeah, this is probably one of my favorite snakes, and this is the snake that I've had the longest out of all of my snakes. This snake is puppy dog tame. I know this snake like the back of my hand. Yeah, I can't stress it enough. But this is not a intermediate or beginner snake. This snake is extremely advanced. Reticulated pythons are, when I say unpredictable, they're unpredictable. They will strike at you out of nowhere. They'll fuck you up out of nowhere. These guys have about 140 teeth, and they will tear you out the frame, if more. Okay? Look at that underbone. Oh my God. That's beautiful. Look at all that. Like I said, we have this little mulch. I'll show you guys the bedding if you guys want it. It holds humidity so good. It gets wet, and you know they love it. My snakes always, I don't know, that's just something I love because it holds humidity. It gets real wet for them. Then they have a dry side if they want to get dry, and Bo is just in a water bowl. He tends to get a lot of the substrate in his water bowl. So yeah, these guys get freaking huge. And on to the next one. All right, guys. Say hello to Nova. We've had Nova for about, I'd say, a year and a half now. Nova has a deformity in her mouth. I'm not sure what happened, I forgot, but as you guys can see, the side of her mouth is like up, probably like to the side. We took her to the vet. You know, they did everything that they could do. We're getting her healthy and right, gave her medicine and stuff, but she'll be like this for the rest of her life. It doesn't prevent her from eating or doing anything. She's still a great snake, and she's in shit. She's in shit. So yeah, underbody Oreo. I'm gonna put her back. I usually don't like messing with my snakes while they're in shed. There are some snakes that I'm not gonna get out today because they're in shed. But yeah, this is Nova. She's 2, and you stink. She was sitting out poop. She stinks. But let's put her back. All right, y'all. I also want to show y'all this big boy before I put him back. He's in full shed, so he's looking really rough, but this guy's freaking huge. This guy's shed is all out of the place. Look at him. Shed everywhere. But yeah, we're gonna put him back real quick because he is going through a huge shed and it's getting everywhere. Had him for about a year. A very dangerous snake. Do not want to get in the mix of his bite. This is our American alligator. Y'all do know these things will get fucking huge. If you don't know what an American alligator is, look up an alligator. When you go to Florida, you're on vacation and you're looking in the swamp and you see a big ass alligator, that's this big girl. She is about, I want to say about 8 months. We've had her since she was a baby. And we're feeding her, little rats and mice and stuff. Not my rats, but mice and things like that. Very docile and tame. When we first got her, she was always, we would pick her up and she'd bite us and death roll and all type of stuff. As you guys can see, you can see her now, how she's just chilling in my hand, tame. When she gets bigger, she'll be just like this. The goal is to start them off small, so when they get older, they turn out docile, because these guys have a natural fear of humans. So yeah, living with an alligator is pretty fucking crazy. It don't get no better than this. Look at this. We've had a chance to have a few that were older. I personally say, don't get an older alligator, especially if it doesn't know you. You can't tame it or train it. I always tell people, you can tame certain animals, you can train certain animals. You know what I mean? An alligator is one that you can tame and train. You can train these guys to feed call. You can train these guys to not move until their name is called. You can tame, everything is based on food motivation. You know what I'm saying? You can tame them to hear the sound. When they hear a certain sound, they know it's feeding time, just like this girl. We make a certain noise, she knows feeding time. These guys can be tamed and trained. Snakes can only be tamed, they can't be trained. You can't train a snake to stay there. You can't train a snake to do this before you know what I'm saying? Alligators are different. You can tame and train. If you do got an opinion on that, please, I don't want to fucking hear it. But yeah, this is our American alligator. I don't even know if we gave her a name. We've had her for so long, we still haven't gave her a name. We got so many things that we haven't gave a name to yet. But yeah, this is our little girl. She's puppy dog. She's a puppy dog, man. I love this girl. We're actually gonna put a meal in her today. She hasn't eaten in like 2 days, so we're gonna put a meal in her today. And yeah, we've been trying to slow feed her so she wouldn't get huge, because we want to have a huge enclosure for her. These guys need huge enclosures, huge. Especially when they get bigger, they're gonna live outside, so you want to make sure they have a huge enclosure. So yeah, this is our American alligator. She lives with me. Take her out, let her roam around, and this just gives you guys a certain perspective of how dangerous and some of the things we own onto the neck. And our last reptile, or species of lizard, is our black and white table. We do have a few other reptiles or lizards and stuff, but we want to let them rest and chill. Getting this big girl out was a lot of work. You hear I am freaking panting. I was tired chasing this girl around. Yeah, this is our black and white tiger. She's about a year and a half. Lost her tail. It's coming back. I'm tired of hell. Yeah. Puppy dog tank. Should get pretty big. Should get pretty freaking big. The nails are sharp. They like to be healed finally. Yeah, we gotta work with holding her somewhere, but she's still a puppy dog. Still a baby, you know? These things, but these things are very dangerous. You need to be very advanced when you're having a reptile like this. It's not for everybody. Their claws are sharp as hell. But if you do put the work in, it's nothing like it. These guys are the perfect animal. We got a few savannah monitors and things like that. A few iguanas, but I don't want to take them out. They're very grouchy right now, so I'm gonna let them chill and do their thing. I really don't feel like fighting with no reptile right now, or a lizard, or snake, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, this is our tiger. Just laying here with our eyes closed. Big baby, man. Definitely gotta hold her more, get her ready for the people. Right now she's been in cremation, so I just woke her up. So that's why she was like, what the fuck's going on? Oh shit, what's going on? You know what I mean? We're gonna end the video off for her, y'all. Still a Reptiles, man. It don't get no better than this. Make sure subscribe to the channel. Second video we drop. It's lit. And yeah, man, hit us up on Skrilla Reptiles on our Instagram if you want to book us for anything, any questions. Skrilla Reptiles. We out.